What she was getting was what was left over. I am the person everyone turns to take care of everything. I'm not one to take care of myself. Again, most of the people I work with already know that broccoli is a better choice than a biscuit, right? It's not a knowledge problem. The challenge is making the alkaline approach work inside of the life they've already got. If you're the person everybody else relies on, there is a fair chance your own health has been getting whatever is left over. You make sure everyone else is fed. You remember the appointments, you sort the kids out, the sports, the work, the shopping, the house, all of the problems that suddenly need solving. And then somewhere amongst all of that, you keep meaning to get back to looking after yourself. You know, you'll drink more water tomorrow. You'll get organized with your food next week. You'll start exercising again when things calm down. But somehow there's always something else first. I want to share with you Marie's story, because when she first came into my weight loss coaching, her story really summed this up for me. She was 52. She had 4 children, and for more than 25 years, she had been raising the kids and running the house, keeping up with school, club sports, and everything else that comes with family life, while also helping her husband run their own business. Eventually, she was working in that business 5 days a week as well, a story I've heard before. Now, Marie absolutely knew how to look after herself. A few years earlier, she'd done a program with me. She'd cleaned up her diet. She'd lost 10 kilos, and she told me she felt amazing. So this wasn't someone who didn't care about their health. It definitely wasn't someone who had no idea what living alkaline and healthy food looked like. And she'd already proven to herself that she could do it. But over the following 18 months, the weight gradually came back on. And when I went through our interview together, one of the reasons she gave me was so simple, but I think so many of you will recognize it and relate to it. She was tired of making 2 different meals every day, one for herself and then another one for everybody else. And so gradually her own food became the easiest thing to compromise. At the same time, she was still working, still looking after everybody, still keeping everything afloat and moving and dealing with what she described as years and years of long-term stress. By the time Marie came to me, she was talking about weight gain, brain fog, anxiety, physical and mental fatigue, and then low confidence as well that comes with that. Days where everything just felt too hard. And when I start working with someone and I see a situation like that, I absolutely didn't look at Marie and think that she lacked any discipline at all. She'd just spent decades being incredibly disciplined, but mostly that discipline was in service of everybody else. What she was getting was what was left over. And I see this so often with the people that I coach, particularly for weight loss, that I've started thinking of that as a pattern in its own right. And I call this the everyone else first pattern. And Marie is far from the only one. Whenever I run this deep dive personal weight loss coaching group, this is something I haven't done for over a year now, I realized the other day. So watch this space. It will be coming again soon. I always start the journey with my clients, our journey together, with a really deep dive interview so that we can properly get to know each other. And these are the interviews where I really get into somebody's life before we even start building a plan and working together. We look at what you're eating, how you're sleeping, what's happening at home, what's getting in the way, what your story has been to this point, what you've tried before, where everything tends to fall apart when you've tried before. And when I go back through these interviews from my past students in this program, this same thing keeps coming up again and again and again. One of the people wrote family life. Another said commitments, relationships, meetings, financial worries, everything else comes first. One of the ladies in the group describing it in a way that I couldn't even improve on. She said, I am the person everyone turns to take care of everything. I'm not one to take care of myself. Later, she said to me, I would like to learn to make myself a priority. And then when you're reading this in interview after interview like this, you do start to realize that this isn't a lack of knowledge problem. This isn't a lack of discipline problem. These women know so much about health, so much about living alkaline and eating healthy. But it's what happens when real life starts competing with all of this knowledge. When real life gets in the way, the morning starts rushed. Your hydration becomes hit and miss. Meals get skipped or delayed or replaced with whatever's easiest for the whole family. You get to 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon absolutely shattered. And by dinner, you can't face preparing one meal for them and one meal for you. And then from there, it's the cravings, right? The willpower, what we talked about in the last video, the chocolate, the biscuits, the wine, whatever your thing is. After a busy day like that, these things suddenly start looking more appealing. In one of the interviews, one of the ladies described that exactly. She said she would start with these good intentions, then get busy, then get distracted. Lunch might become something quick and sweet or a drive-through. By dinner, there was no energy left to cook, so it was takeout or something grabbed from the cupboard, and then she'd end up binging through the evening. And when that's happening day after day after day, it's really easy to look at yourself and think, why can't I just get my act together? But this isn't about discipline. This isn't about working harder. And this is one of the reasons why I love coaching in this weight loss program, because it is so in-depth rather than the type of program where you buy the program and you just get given stuff to do. It's so great to work with people and actually get to see what is happening in their life because, again, most of the people I work with already know that broccoli is a better choice than a biscuit, right? It's not a knowledge problem. The challenge is making the alkaline approach work inside of the life they've already got. And when you can do that, the results become effortless. And that's kind of the whole point of this video. This video today it's not just me saying, make yourself priority. That's not realistic. I want to give you something actually really practical that you can start tonight because with this, you have to kind of build slow. You have to add a little bit at a time and take it step by step. You can't suddenly just go, right, I'm prioritizing myself and that's that. You have to build a little bit at a time. So what I want you to do first of all is tonight, before you go to bed, I want you to take a minute and write down what looking after your health is going to look like tomorrow. What is your plan for your health tomorrow? Keep it really simple. What are you going to have for breakfast? What are you going to have for lunch? Are you going to go outside and get out for a walk during the day? Is there something you've been meaning to do for yourself that keeps getting pushed aside? Decide what you're going to do today, tonight, before you go to bed, and do it tomorrow. So before tomorrow gets busy, before everything else gets in the way, you've made a bunch of decisions. And if you even just do one thing from that list, it's a big win. Tomorrow morning, do the first thing on your plan before you do anything else. If that means setting an alarm 10 minutes early or even 5 minutes early, do that thing. It might be getting up and having a big glass of water straight away. It might be making one of the turmeric teas or the turmeric lattes. I have to get that into every video. It might be making yourself a proper breakfast. It might be getting out and getting that morning sunlight for 5 minutes before everyone else wakes up. Whatever it is, whatever you've decided and written down the night before, do it first thing before you start doing everything for everybody else. Just simply making sure that something happens for you, for your health, before the rest of the day starts making demands on you. Sometime before midday, protect 10 minutes for yourself. That's your second action. Sometimes before midday, get 10 minutes for yourself to just go outside, walk around the block, sit in the sun, take your water with you maybe, whatever feels good. Give yourself 10 minutes where you're not fixing something, organizing something, planning something for everybody else. Just 10 minutes. It might even just be 10 minutes of some simple breathing exercises or just being outdoors in nature. This simple act is going to give a massive reset to your nervous system. It's going to calm the body and it's going to be another little step towards prioritizing yourself in a way that isn't going to break the system. It's not going to cause alarms for everybody else. That's what I'd really love for you to try and do for the next 7 days. 2 simple things. 1, make your plan the night before and then do the first thing on that plan before the rest of the day starts and you start looking after everyone else. And 2, find those 10 minutes for yourself before midday. This is a really simple way to start changing the order of things. Your health isn't waiting until the end of the day to see whether there's any time left or energy left for it. You've already decided where it fits. You've already acted on it before life has a chance to get busy and get in the way and take over. Next week, we're going to build on the first of those because I want to show you where hydration and minerals are one of the easiest places for you to start changing your energy, fixing your cravings, and getting these nutrients in a way that your body is going to respond to in the most proactive, easy, and efficient way. So let's do this. Take action now. I can't wait to hear how this works for you, and I'll see you all in the next video.